Okay, I'm going to try and make another video. It's almost too late in the evening to do this, but I'm going to try. And I'm going to try and move pretty slow. I just walked out my door. Here's a bench that I sit on. And over here is a hat that I wear. And I keep it outside in case a stranger pulls up and my hair's all messed up. Then I'll slip my head on real quick. Anyway, I'm going to go down these steps. Going down the steps. And this is just a little picture of what's going on in the front of my house right now. There's some sort of a lily, a white lily, or some sort of something. They're getting ready to bloom, I guess. One of them has over here. And it's not looking real good, so anyway, cruising along. Cruising along. And down here at the end of the house, I got a little tomato plant that we just bought at Walmart a day or two ago. Actually, it was maybe last Sunday. And it's got a couple little yellow flowers on it. So it'll probably grow a tomato or two before the year is over. And there's a little red shed that I have to store my stuff in. Here's some stuff on the south side of the house that's getting pretty big this year for some reason. All that green stuff, I don't know what it is. It's just green foliage or whatever you call it. Anyway, it's a view across the neighbor's driveway. I'm going to turn around here. I'm going to try and do this pretty slow because all my other videos I've noticed that I try to move too fast. Here's a tree that's basically out in the middle of my yard. And my wife over the last couple of years have transplanted all these little pink flowers. And they just take off and spread, and they're doing pretty good this year. So I'm going to walk back up here. Here's some more pink flowers under this other tree. From where I'm standing, I'll go ahead and there's a bird bath out there. There's a highway. Railroad tracks are over there somewhere. I know this is real boring, but I got in trouble because I posted a video yesterday and I didn't like it, so I took it down and whatever. But here's another one. And here's a whole big long spread of those pink, whatever they are. I've been here all this time, 10, 12 years, and still don't know what these pink flowers are called, but since it's kind of late in the evening, they start to close up. But there's a lot of them. There's about 40 feet worth of these things. Excuse me. Here's a rose bush getting ready to bloom. There's a couple of blooms coming out just here in the last couple of days. There's one right there. Anyway, it'll bloom here pretty good in the next month. There'll be a lot of stuff. And we went to Walmart last Sunday, and we just bought a bunch of stuff. So we bought some hanging basket looking things and whatnot. And here those are. And they seem to be doing pretty good. I had her to get some red, white, and blue ones. And she did. Here's some red, white, and blue ones all in one pot. And there's some more red, white, and blue ones. I don't know what these are called either. They're just stuff we bought at Walmart. There's no secret or no science to it. If you want to grow some flowers, go to your nearest greenhouse or whatever and buy some plants, throw them in the ground, and most of the time they'll grow. Here's a real pretty one. This one here just kind of opened up all day. mean, for the first time today. It's kind of a nice one. Anyway, I'm out here in the front yard. Here's some more of them pink flowers just cruising along. This is our little corner that I've always been kind of proud of. We got a bunch of 4 o'clocks coming up here that you can't see yet. They're only about 1 inch tall or 2 inches tall or whatever, but those are 4 o'clocks right there. And there's some more. There'll be a lot of those coming up here. In a month they'll be a foot tall and have flowers on them and whatnot. There's a little container that we just transplanted some stuff in. And I'm going to do my best to go slow, and I know it may be boring, but I don't care. It's my video. If you don't want to watch it, don't watch it. These are called Dragon's Breath, from what I understand. I don't know, and I don't care. And this is going to be some sort of a flower, but I don't know what it is. Here's a little bird feeder looking thing that some of you have seen before. I guess you put bird seed in there and hope for the best. So I'm going to turn the corner. Here's a big green thing that I really don't know what it is, but it's going to get flowers on it. This is just a small corner of my yard. And here's this big green tub looking thing. We've had around here for a few years. 2 years ago, my wife stuck one little stem of a rose inside of this container and didn't do anything to it. It just grew. She found it out in the yard. I guess I mowed it over or something. She just stuck it in the dirt, and it grew, and it grew, and it grew, and it grew, and it's got a flower on it this year for the first time. And there's a whole bunch more getting ready to bloom out here. So that should be kind of a pretty plant before it's all over with. Here's the best looking. That's the end of it. One end of it. So we got a pretty good bloom on there. And then I'm gonna turn the corner here a little bit and try to slow down. But I guess they call that elephant ear, from what my wife says, and I don't know, and I don't care, and I'm not going to argue. But then we have these calla lilies, I guess they're called. And she just transplanted these from a pot into the ground yesterday. And there's 3 different plants, 3 different kinds, I guess, or something, I don't know. But we're hoping that they do good. And I'm going to raise up here, and there's my vans parked out there in the driveway. Had a brother-in-law come by and drop off a Lincoln Continental that he has to store here for the night for some reason, I don't know why. But here's that, I'll just go on up here. Here's a big black horse. Just because he's here, I'm going to show him to you. He's going to come over here and see me. He thinks I've got a carrot, maybe, because my wife feeds him all the time. Yeah, they're real friendly. They're all real friendly. There's a little palomino out there. I don't know if you can see him in this picture because he's right in the sun. But oh, here's this big old boy saying, "Hey, how you doing, Facebook friends?" Whatever. He thinks I've got something to eat, but I don't. Anyway, I'm going to turn around now. There's a picture of my backyard. I just mowed it today, so it looks pretty good. I'll walk down here just a minute to show you some other stuff. It's not really blue. Well, they're getting ready to bloom. Here's some iris, maybe, something like that. Some kind of plant. Not sure. My wife knows all this stuff. I don't even care. what their name is. If they look good, I'll keep them. If they don't, I'll weed them down. So, look at the size of that saw blade. There's a whole story behind that too, but that's about a 22-inch saw blade. Come out of an old mill somewhere, I forget. Big long story. Here's some trash cans. Want to see my trash cans? Look there. No, don't. Green and blue. One's for recycling, I guess, but I don't know. I'm going to cruise around the other side. And here's a bunch of stuff. It's at the end of my sidewalk. Again, I don't know what they're called. I know some of these have already bloomed. As you can see, the rain and the weight of them, just the weight of them will pull them down to the sidewalk. They're just so heavy. And then if it does rain, it'll just knock them to the ground. They're just too tall. They were here when we moved in. They've probably been here 30 years, I would guess. They come back every year. And we've got a little different variety over here. It's a purple one. And so far we've only got one bloom. But it's right there. See that? Anyway, there's a little flowery looking mess of stuff right there. I'm going to back up a few steps, and this is going up my ramp up onto the porch. I'll show you that stuff in a minute. See if I can't bore y'all with some more stuff. But anyway, where we've just been is all over here. There's my little pole with the 4 hanging planters. There's that bird bath. Ooh, there's a little shot of my bird condo. And up there on a wire is a little bird. I don't know if you can see him or not. But I'm going to bring this back down to the ground. And I'm going to go up my ramp. Now from this side of the ramp, well, let's stay on this side for a minute. There's just some more stuff. There's a little cart. Some of you have seen this cart before, but if you've never seen any of my goofy walking around the yard videos like this one, you've never seen it before. But that's a cart. We'll fill it up with flowers and stuff before the year's over. And going up on the front wall of my home, there's a little face. I think my brother got this at a flea market or something, but it's got batteries in the eyes, and the eyes light up like for Halloween or whatnot, and it's pretty cool. It's a lot of fun. There's the sun. He's on that same wall. It's just a little decorative hillbilly looking something. And then I've got these bushes that don't mean anything, but there's going to be a whole bunch of 4 o'clocks come up right in this area, and I'll show them to you in a month or so, maybe, if anybody even cares. I wouldn't. So now I'm on, there's my ramp, but I'm standing on a concrete sidewalk next to it. Here's my feet. See my feet? Anyway. Down here towards at the bottom of the ramp, I've got a little rain gauge right there. And old people, for some reason, when you go into the restaurant, they say, well, yeah, I got 3/10 of an inch, or I got 6/10 or whatever. So I guess I've joined that crowd. There's them little callias down there. There's my van. Here's some cars going by the highway. Wasn't that exciting? Yes, sir. Anyway, going back down here and going back up. Gonna turn now. These are those plants that were in, she just transplanted these. Got them at Walmart. Cheap. About $5 or $6 worth of stuff right there. I guess while I'm standing here, here's that old pole that is actually a bird feeder. It's got holes in it, and I pack it full of peanut butter and lard and cornmeal, and I don't know, there's a little recipe for it. And I mix all that stuff up, and I pack it in each one of these holes. And the birds go crazy. I went ahead and put little perches on them just for fun, but they'll eat them whether there's perches there or not. And anyway, I'm going to go down here. Here's a little welcome mat that's crooked. I don't care, I guess. Here's an old Harry the cactus. This is going up my front steps. This is a cactus we've had for several years. It's called Harry, and he keeps growing. We call him Harry because it's a hairy. He's got a lot of hair on him. And here's another cactus deal. It's got a rock in the middle of it that says happiness. I hope it's not too dark. Anyway, and then here's another cactus right up above that my stepdaughter got out in West Texas 2 or 3 years ago. Brought it back. It was just nothing but a little clump of green stuff. But now it's got this orange, reddish orange looking flowery deal coming out of the middle of it. And it's pretty cool. And plus, it has some new growth. It's just getting bigger, I guess, is all I'm trying to say. But it's been a lot of fun to watch. Cactus don't grow very fast, so when there's a change, it's something to look at, I guess. All right. Here's the handles to this toy my grandson plays with. It's just stilts that you buy at Walmart, and he practices on those every day. That ain't nothing. Anyway, here's a pig that my wife had bought a few years ago. Some of you have seen this before, some not, but she bought it. It was just a white pig, and she painted it all up to make it look like a chef or whatever. I don't know, whatever he is. Looks like he's getting ready to cut pork chops or something. Their little knight. Kind of a stupid looking thing. There's a tricycle I got hanging on the wall. I collect tricycle stuff. I don't know why. I've always liked tricycles. And there's a little bird looking thing. Just mounted on the wall. But then I'm going to come back over here real quick. I know this is all blurry now and all that, but this is my top deck rail. That's where we started, and I'm up here. And here's some kind of a Mexican looking pot that's got a tree in it. It doesn't look like much right now, but as time goes on, it's going to turn out to be a pretty good tree, I think. There's a hummingbird feeder. There's Uncle Sam hanging there. That's a homemade hummingbird feeder from a Folgers plastic coffee can. Some of you know about that. And then along my top rail is there's a thing full of flowers. I don't know what kind or anything, but they're early yet. They're not doing well. And going along the rail, there's just some more stuff. These are white ones. I don't know what they are. Then here's a little hanging planter. And another 3-wheeler. I call them tricycles, and they are, but anything with 3 wheels, I guess, is a tricycle. But anyway, there's my little hanging baskets out there again. Just a different view. There's a car going by. Here's some petunias we just transplanted today. And again, I'm trying to move real slow. And I don't know how this is going to turn out, but I hope it turns out okay. This is this little black pot we got on the top of the rail. It's got some grassy looking stuff growing out of it. My wife says, yeah, they'll turn to flowers before the summer's over, and I don't believe her, but that's okay. We'll see. Here's that old rock that I found at Elephant Rock State Park in Missouri. It's just a rock with a bunch of holes in it. And I guess it came out of a cave maybe, where water had been dripping on it for something like, I don't know, 150 trillion years, or a month or something, I don't know. You tell me. There's another little tricycle. It's got a little pot in it. There's something growing in there, and I don't know what it is. I'm going to cruise along. Oh, there's a little, I don't know, hanging down stuff from the top of the deck. And I'll move along the rail again. Here's that lady a lot of you have seen before. She got pink sandals on. It's just a little pot of some sort. And here's another little tricycle. I told you I like them tricycles. It's got a lot of little rock in it that says love. Whatever that, I don't even know where we got that. Here's some more petunias. It's getting kind of dark outside, or evening time. But they're all real pretty. It's different on film than it is in person, and I care more than you do, and I understand that. There's a bird bath out there from where I'm at right now. Here's a little thing we got on the corner, and this little blue looking deal, and it's got some plants or something in it, little fuzzy looking things, and I have no idea what that is, but it's got one long stem with a flower on the end of it. Here's some little wind chimes, little frog my sister from Missouri sent me. And here's a bunch of monkey looking things, another wind chime. They're all got musical instruments. They're playing the horn or something. I don't know if you can see or not. But anyway, there's that. Back down to that. Here's an owl. I've got this owl sitting here on my porch that was given me by a friend of mine about 8 years ago. And I need to find something else to do with him because he's pretty cool looking. Anyway, and then we got just a mess on the deck. There's a watering can we bought from Walmart. I mean from the dollar store. Don't ever do that because the end where this little sprinkler deal is always falls apart and it don't fit, and you end up with what we've got right there. There's no sprinkler. There's another little tricycle with a little planter pot in it, but I don't have anything in there yet. I don't know if you can see because it is getting kind of dark outside. There's a couple little angels over there. There's Lucy. Lucy! Kitty, kitty, kitty! Kitty, kitty, kitty! Say hi to the Facebook friends. Yeah. She'd rather not. Hello. Anyway, that's about it. Like I say, I posted a video yesterday, decided I didn't like it, and took it back down, and some people raised Cain with me and said, you know, put that video back. Well, I won't put that one back, but here's another one, and I hope this is okay. I sit here in the morning, every morning. I sit right here with a cup of coffee, and that old milk can right there is probably 80 years old, and that's my ashtray. There's my coffee cup. There's my chair. I'm going to give you one last view from sitting in my chair. And then I'll end this video because there's nothing else to show. But this is where I live. It's a beautiful day, blue skies. There's been some clouds, but nothing rain threatening or anything like that. And there's my little ramp going down. I showed you all that stuff. And I guess that's it. So, hope you enjoyed it. Thanks.